The Love is Blind UK reunion just went live. It's been a year since the altar, and there was some lukewarm tea shared. Let's talk about it. Hey y'all, it's Nae. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for the Love is Blind UK reunion. So if you have not seen it yet and you do not want spoilers, even though not that much happened, save this video and come back after you do. You are about to hear my thoughts on the reunion, but of course I want to hear yours. So feel free to drop your thoughts below if you do want to participate in the conversation. And give this video a like before you go, so I know you enjoyed it. So just a quick disclaimer, this video is going to be lightly edited for a few reasons. One, it's the reunion, so it's not like a super play-by-play. Two, it aired at 1 p.m. US time, so that's the middle of the day for me. And after I edit this, I'm going to get back to my day job. So stick with me. I hope y'all still enjoy it. And yeah, let's get into it. I feel like the UK reunion had way more audience participation than the US versions, but I could be misremembering that. So I was surprised that they put Stephen and Sabrina so early in the show. I think they went second, which is kind of weird because they usually save the drama for the end, but maybe they do it differently in the UK. Sabrina said that Stephen didn't end up being the man that he presented himself to be on the show, and that's kind of disheartening because I thought he was a great guy.
One of the big things in the pods that really drew me to him was when I said I quit my job, how he reacted to that. He was like, I can't wait to support you. And I said I wanted to start my own agency, but the support wasn't there. We had agreed that we were going to split our time between Belfast and London for the first year. So that left us in a position that we were doing long distance, which was not the plan from the word go. The communication was awful. There was no consistency in Stephen's behaviour towards me and the relationship.
I mean, I still don't think he was bad, but she's saying he presented himself to be something that he wasn't. Long distance is very, very hard. A lot of my marriage has been long distance because my husband is in the army. So I know firsthand how hard it can be to keep that connection, that spark that Stephen kept talking about. Each of the partners gets so wrapped up in living their individual lives and not living a life together, and that's because you aren't physically together. So yeah, you go about your routine, your partner goes about their routine, and sometimes when you try to get back together, the puzzle pieces don't quite fit. And yeah, I completely relate to what Stephen was saying. I get that. And Stephen admit that he slacked off a lot, and you have to respect him for that.
There's a lot of stuff you were saying is right, and I played a part in that. I'm not a perfect person. That's why I can see where my shortcomings are.
Now, what Sabrina is talking about as far as accommodations, you know, she bought him tea and coffee and a coffee maker and all these things to make him feel comfortable when he visited her the 2 times. But the 7 times that she visited him, he didn't do anything to try to make her feel comfortable and make her feel at home. I think a lot of men struggle with this, and not to say, you know, I'm not saying it's all men. I'm never saying it's all anybody because that just doesn't exist as a reality in life. I'm not saying that all women are super thoughtful, and I'm also not saying that all men are not that thoughtful. But I do think more men than women struggle with not having the foresight to see, oh, let me do this for my partner. She's coming over here. This isn't her home. She's coming into my space. I don't want her to feel like she's out of place when she's here. Let me make her feel comfortable. He just didn't see that. One thing is for sure, though, one of them is lying. Their 2 opposing views and stories just can't exist at the same time. So somebody is definitely lying just a little bit. And I don't know who it is. And I think that's neither here nor there. I do think that they are both still genuinely good people. They just didn't fit. And even Stephen made a really good point.
When you're dating, it's being paid for. You're in picturesque places. You're falling in love rapidly. That's the best version of you no matter what.
And see, I've mentioned this. When people are in the heat of the moment, granted, I've never been on a reality show, but I just know because I watch so much reality TV, right? Especially a show like this. When people are in the heat of the moment and they have that high pressure and that high stress to find a match, get engaged, get married, that's a lot of pressure. I mean, I'm stressed out just watching it, so I can only imagine how they feel. It's like a high, and when you come down from that high and the cameras are gone and you come back to reality, it's like, oh shit, was any of that real? Now, did y'all catch when Stephen was trying to say that Sabrina was lying? Sabrina said that she had screenshots and recordings.
Half of this is lies.
No,
Shall we stop it there?
I don't like these hosts. They didn't hear her say that because they were too busy talking over her and trying to rush past her segment. Like, what the hell are y'all there for if y'all not gonna listen for the tea? So I'm not saying I hope she released those screenshots and recordings, but I'm saying, look, I'll be paying attention. They haven't seen each other in 8 months, and that's sad because I really did think they were a good match. But that's life. The couple that was perfect on the show, barely had any issues, did not work out in real life, and that's to be expected sometimes. Demi says that after she walked away from the altar with Ollie saying no for now, she also realized that he wasn't the guy for her. Again, it happens. Now, Ollie said, absolutely respectfully, Demi is his type and y'all need to shut the hell up because y'all know what y'all talking about. And you know what? I love that Demi called out Kat on saying, well, I don't think that Ollie's going to be attracted to her in real life. She absolutely should have called her out for that. Kat tried to backtrack and be like, oh, well, that's not what I meant. But we all know exactly what she meant about that. It's clear that she was saying, I don't think he's physically going to want her because she thinks she's the prototype for some reason. And of course, Demi's #1 cheerleader, Jasmine, said, sit all the way down, Kat. You're not going to talk about my girl like that. Now, I don't know what the hell Ollie's response was when they asked him about Charlotte. He just kept saying, yeah, over and over. And Charlotte said it's complicated, but I think it's clear that something is happening there. I mean, it sounds like they were actively watching the show together. She said he was there for her during the show, which I don't know what he needed to be there for her for. She barely made an appearance on the show, but whatever. Hey, what they got going on is what they got going on. I absolutely loved Nicole and Benaiah for Boring Brown Eyes dig. They absolutely needed to say something about that because I'm still sitting here trying to figure out what the hell Sam meant. These two look like they're having the time of their lives, and I told y'all was like, oh, he's a hippie. He's too hippie-ish for her. He's too outdoorsy for her. No. She said what's on their list to do is travel. They are living it up. Like, are y'all not here for this? Because I am. And I expected it. I am so happy that Nicole got her shit together and dropped Sam's ass. And you know what? They showed us the reaction that both Benaiah and Nicole had after their first interaction in the pods. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell she ended up picking Sam if her reaction to meeting Benaiah for the first time was her jumping all around like she had just won the lottery or something. Like, how do you even end up with Sam after all that? These two are the nerdiest, goofiest, hippiest couple. I just love that for them. Did y'all see how they were holding both of each other's hands during this? I don't think you get much more in love than that. Like, they locked in. They're the definition of locked in. Now, on to Sam. Does anybody know why they had him sitting in between Freddie and Kat? Like, that seemed like really odd placement. They couldn't have rolled in an extra couch for him or a little chair and put him in his own little chair or sat him next to Stephen or something. Why is he sitting in between this couple? I don't know. It was weird. Now, he said y'all been beating him up online and he don't appreciate it. He tried to talk his way out of the would I be able to carry you comment or whatever, the thing that he said around Nicole's weight. And he tried to get out of it by saying he's just human. And I don't even know what that means. He also tried to talk his way out of the whole I think I love you thing by saying he meant to say I think I'm falling in love with you. But he said that twice, so I don't really believe that either. It also came out, and I'm saying came out because I think it's true because he apologized for it. It also came out that he lied about the fact that Nicole wanted to sleep with him, which at that point, why even make up that lie? Like, you could have just said it didn't work out. Nobody would have been like mad about it. We're only upset because now you looking like the villain. Like, how do you purposely make yourself the villain? I am beyond surprised to still see that Jasmine and Bobby are together, and from the looks of it, they're thriving. They look happy, so I'm happy for them. It even sounds like her mom has fallen back a little, and I really didn't have high hopes for her chilling out, so gotta love it, because I saw her as a huge red flag. I feel like I have said all I need to say about Tom and Maria. They simply were not aligned on their values. It was never going to work out. That's all I have to say about it. And I don't know what the hell the woman host was talking about, saying that they seem perfect together. Was she watching the same pod interactions that I watched? Because pretty much from the time they said that their values weren't the same, I knew that it wasn't gonna work out. She's practically begging these two to like each other. And Maria's just like, we don't really mess with each other, girl.
Is there anything about the relationship in a positive way that you miss?
Yeah, we had good times. We had fun. There was funny times.
Are you still friends?
We're okay.
Like, girl, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's never gonna happen. I'm more interested in Tosh. Watching her watch the pods back made it look like the girl was still in love. So I don't believe none of what she said. But she did visibly cringe when she was watching that pod mixer back, so I don't know. And last, we have Freddie and Kat. The only thing I really have to say about this is that I am happy that Freddie also acknowledged that he felt like he couldn't be himself in that relationship, because we all were saying that. She was trying to dim his light, make him not be as, funny as he was, as natural as he was. And you can't go through life being like that. You don't want to be married to someone who can't laugh. So I'm happy that he realized that. I'm happy that his sister stood her ground even now, saying, I stand by what I said. They were not meant to be. Shout out to the sis. She really the real MVP of this season. And that's really all I have to say about them. Overall, this first season of Love is Blind UK was good. The reunion was lukewarm. Like I said, we've had this problem with Nick and Vanessa Lachey before too. They're not tuned into the tea enough for me. And I don't know if this is a separate incident because it's their first season or because it's the UK or whatever. But the fact that they missed that Sabrina said she had recordings and screenshots. She said that for a reason. Like, I feel like she wanted them to be like, let's see him, and they just didn't do that. Like, let me host next season. I can put on a British accent. Chip, chip, cheerio. Maybe they'll have it together by next season. Because I have a feeling some of y'all gonna catch that. Because one thing about us viewers, we be honed into everything. So I have a feeling y'all caught that too. And then on the intro, Sam was talking about get your popcorn ready. It didn't give us anything to watch while we were eating the popcorn. Like, don't be promising me stuff you're not gonna bring. But you know what? Low-key, I knew when it was under an hour that it wasn't gonna be that crazy. Usually if it's gonna be something crazy, it's gonna go over the hour mark. Like, it's gonna be an hour 15 or something. So, but anyway, thank y'all for rocking with me for this first season of Love is Blind UK. I, as always, love conversing with y'all. I still see some comments on my finale video. I promise y'all I'm gonna get to those soon. I just been busy running around with YouTube, but I'm getting to it. And of course, I'll be getting to your comments on this video as well. I'm gonna go get this lightly edited for y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. All right, let's do that. Chip, chip, cheerio. And there was some lukewarm tea. Lukewarm? Oh, Lord, here we go. Thank y'all for rocking. I didn't do my intro, so let me do it now.
My hands shaking like I need it. I don't know why you got me sinking so low. Yeah. Girl, you got me restless.